other meditative practices. What really differentiates yoga from physical exercise is the inner awareness and breath control. So don't let your mind wander. Keep the awareness within you. Focus your mind on your breath and visualize the part of body you're exercising. That is what will bring maximum benefit through yoga. That is what really is yoga. Otherwise, it's just plain and simple exercise. Yoga is designed to increase energy of communication in body systems. It stimulates better immune system and body's repair mechanism. It makes you feel better. And the same set of palliative yoga exercises also has a therapeutic effect. And Dr. Rajan has innovated on a very unique yoga therapy method called measured yoga therapy, where we measure how the nadis on our fingertips are performing. And on the basis of that, we can recommend some very targeted exercises that can benefit your particular condition. So if any of you have any condition you want to talk about, you can email me or you can email Jayashree Prakash. The email addresses are right here. Close to 1,000 people have gone through our yoga therapy program, and people with complex illnesses, with comorbidities and side effects of medications have had substantial benefit through our yoga therapy program. A few points to note about today's yoga class. First and foremost, please follow instructions to avoid any adverse reactions. Important instruction is to keep your spine straight and take support if needed. And do your practices gently without strain. If it is too much strain on the body, then it's not yoga by definition. Also, there is a limit in duration or count. Please follow it. When you have doubt, avoid the practice or seek clarification. But remember that the liability is entirely yours. Do not multitask or merge two exercises. The slower you do, the better it is for you. The other very important thing is regular discipline practice. So if you miss a day, use the video recording from our yoga channel on YouTube, Life in Yoga Rajan, where we broadcast our sessions live and it's saved there automatically. Yoga brings good health of mind and body. It brings inner awareness and a sense of cosmic connection. And with that, I'll welcome you all to our yoga family, and I will let Dr. Rajan start today's session.
Namaste everyone. As usual, we begin with 3 ohms. Let's take a deep breath. If there is anybody new, please unmute and say yes. Otherwise, I will assume that everybody has done it before. Okay? So bring the awareness to the perineum and pressing on the little finger, we begin with Lam. Lam. Release the finger and continue. Now bring the awareness 1 inch above the perineum, and there we do Vam, pressing on the ring finger with the thumb. Release the fingers and continue. Bring the awareness behind the navel, and here we do Ram, pressing on the middle finger with the thumb. Release the fingers and continue. Last time.
Ram.
Now bring your awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do yum, pressing on the index finger with the thumb. Yum. Release the fingers and continue. Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum. Thumbs up, loose fist. Take a deep breath in. Release the hand and continue. Middle of the head, we do shum. Thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand and continue. Now bring the awareness to the top of the head, and there we do Om. Om. I forgot to mention thumbs up. Om. Release the fingers and continue. Last time. Now we go on to the Ujay Pranayama, the happy face breathing. So bring your awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth that connects into the neck. Focusing there, make a big smile. Feel the stretch in the throat. And as you inhale, feel a sucking sensation where you have stretched in the throat. And when you exhale, a reverse sucking sensation. Do the breath with ease and comfort, not too fast. And just observe the sensations within. Those of you who have been doing it for a long time, you will find even though you're focusing on the throat, you will feel the sensation from the sternum all the way to the back of the nostrils. Please continue. Now we go on to the respiratory mantra. Bring your awareness behind the sternum, and from there feel a rising vibration going through the middle of the body and out of the top of the head. And feel that vibration as Haim Em Am. Haim Em Am. Please continue. Now bring the awareness to the lungs, the chest area, and mentally vibrate Haim, 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 Haim. Now we can go on to our spinal alignment exercise, but before we do that, today let's do some Kapalbhati. So this is basically exhalation, and as many of you know, the focus is on drawing in the abdominal area, and after drawing in the abdominal area, from there you begin exhalation. So I can demonstrate for those who need it. I'll be in a sideward way. So normally belly is like this. I draw in the belly without exhaling. And from this point over here, I begin the exhalation. It's a short, gentle, easy exhalation. And the moment you exhale, because you're beginning with your belly in and you exhale further, there is a recoil action where you breathe automatically.
Can you check if I'm doing okay?
I cannot unless I see your belly. I only see your face. That is good. Do it. Don't worry about the camera. You were quite okay. Now you moved it. No, now again only the head. I cannot see you. Stay there. That's good. That's the position. Do it now. What you're doing is fine. It is safe. There is no damage. You're doing it peacefully and carefully. As you do this, continue doing it and you get better control. It'll become like the way I'm doing, but right now it is fine. Carry on.
Still, I have some congestion in my chest. That's why I couldn't do right.
Exactly. That is perfectly all right. You're doing it fine. Carry on.
या नीचे जा रही हूँ मैं रोटी बनाने 6 बज गए 6:05 हुए अब तो boiler क्या आ गए
Now we can go on to the spinal alignment exercises. And those of you who want to do it more intensely, you know what to do. And the rest of us, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, tilt your head and bring one ear towards the shoulder. Inhale, come back. And exhale, go towards the other shoulder. And continue. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, come back come back to the normal position. And then as you exhale, turn the head and look to the left, and inhale, come back to the starting position. Look the other way, and inhale, come back, and continue. Take a deep breath in, and last exhalation, turn. Inhale, come back. With the next inhalation, lift up the chin and take the head all the way back. And as you exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest, and continue. Last exhalation, chin down to the chest and go 360 degrees around the neck. Inhale, half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. And then we go in the opposite direction. Last exhalation, then we go on to the shoulder exercise. Inhale, lift up one shoulder. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up the other shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and come down. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now stretch out your hands, and as you inhale, lift up the palms and stretch out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in and make a downward facing fist. Inhale up and exhale down. Continue third time. Exhale down. Fourth time. Exhale down. And last fifth time. And exhale down. Keep the fist and go around the wrist. Inhale, half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation, and let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Elbows in line with the shoulders. And as you inhale, go around the wrist, open out the palms, and exhale, come down and continue. Inhale and exhale. Continue. Inhale, exhale. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation, and let's go reverse. Last exhalation, interlock the fingers and bring it behind the head. And as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation turn, inhale, come back. Next, get hold of the elbows behind the head. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow, inhale, come up. Exhale, pull the other way. Inhale, come up and continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, release. Bring your hands behind your back. Get hold of the elbows. Take a deep breath in. Expand the chest, pull back the shoulders. And as you exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, come back and continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, release. Now we bring the hands to the hips behind the back. And as you exhale, or as you inhale, push on your hand and make a backward arch, and exhale, come forward. And inhale, go the other way and come forward as you exhale. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we cross one leg over the other, and as you exhale, cross it over, cross the knee towards the opposite shoulder and turn the head. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation. Inhale, release. Now let's cross over the other knee. Exhale and turn. Last exhalation. And then now we go on to the pelvic bending. So those of you who have good balance, you can stand up, and the others can simply be seated. Get your hands behind your back, get hold of the elbows. Take a deep breath in, pull back the shoulders and lift up the chin. And as you exhale, lean forward with your chin up. You're only bending at the hip. Feel the stretch from the bottom of the feet to the hips. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. Inhale, come up. And now take the seat, and we will do the shoulder exercise, lifting both the shoulders together. Inhale, lift up both the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. And continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. And now you can examine your nostrils. If they are approximately equal, do 6 to 10 breaths with alternate nostril breathing with the visualization. And if you find one nostril has less breath, inhale from that nostril and exhale through the other, and do it in the same direction 2-3 times, and then do the alternate nostril. Last breath. Now we go on to our Bhastrika Pranayama. So let's begin with exhalation. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. 2 inhale. Exhale. 3 inhale. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a slow, deep breath in through the right nostril. Hold the breath and exhale through the left, and then relax. Now we go on to the Spinal Mantra. So today we will do the fast recording. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jaim, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jaim, Haim. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck, to the back of the head, with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now let's go on to our usual rounds of Bhastrika. Let's begin with exhalation. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril. Hold the breath and exhale through the left. Let's go on to the next round. Let's begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath, and exhale through the left. Let's go on to the third round. Let's begin with exhalation. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath, and exhale through the left. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything, I let go of everything, I let go of everything. Feel the shoulders become lighter as you let go of everything. And if you have a personal mantra, you can focus on it. If you don't have a personal mantra, you can visualize a rising vibration from behind the sternum, going through the body and out of the top of the head as Haim Im Om, Haim Im Om, Haim Im Om. And we'll have Om playing in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. With that as the thought, become aware of the senses from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the feet. Realizing that this body is only an instrument of the cosmic flow, we seek the guidance to fulfill the purpose for which we are born. Whenever you are ready to come out of, open your eyes, raise your palms up and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. With that, we end the session today. And today, being Sunday, we have discussion hour for another 30 minutes or 28 minutes now. So if you have any questions, I see some already in the chat box. You said there is body, spirit, and physical body. I don't understand that. Okay. Oh, somebody couldn't see in the middle, so any case, it's too late. Hopefully, what is the role of the mind? How karma affects our life? What is the function of God? Please explain. Okay. So that is good. For role of the mind, we can go into. Okay. So is there any other question that people may have, so that if we hear all the questions, we can address all of them together? Let me make sure you can unmute yourself. Yes, anybody can unmute and speak up if they wish.
Yes, Dr. Rajan.
Yeah, two people. I heard Sushma Shakuntala ji, you want to say something?
I just wanted to share with you and ask you that when we are doing the meditation, Om mantra, when we are vibrating Om, and the second thing you say Hi Mem Om, and the third way that they always taught us just for 20 minutes chanting Om. So what is the impact for these three different types on the body, mind, and spirit?
Okay, I will answer that question. Somebody else, I thought I heard Suresh Purohit's voice.
Yes,
Yes, go ahead.
yes. Dr. Rajan, same thing. I would like to discover Om mantra. Om is made of 2.5 letters like A, O, Ma. So why pronounce like Om all the time? Don't go Om.
Okay, that's a separate question. We'll answer that. Anything else?
This is
Yes.
Namaskar,
Namaskar.
Dr. Rajan. If you could elaborate a little on the Ashtanga Yoga of Patanjali, from the Adhyatmic angle.
Okay.
I would, if we have time. Otherwise, we can leave it for another, because it's a big topic.
No. Everything can be said in short and in long. And later this month, we are beginning the discussion of the Yoga Sutras in detail. It is on October 23rd and 24th weekend, Saturday, Sunday, morning 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So, and the next Saturday also. So we will have spend about 9 to 12 hours on the Yoga Sutras. So we'll go through it in detail. Any case, so let me begin first with the question about the role of the mind. And so when we say in normal casual conversation, people will say there is the body, the mind, and the spirit. When they speak like that, what exactly do they mean? Well, all of these are loose concepts, except the body you know very well. Body is the physical body you see. There is no loose concept behind it. When you say the mind and the spirit, They are fairly loose concepts. Whereas when we come from a yoga perspective, they are all very, what I call as well-defined concepts. So let's understand them carefully, and then we will speak about the role of the mind, and then we can go on to the Om mantra and the aspects, and then of course we can go to Ashtanga Yoga. So when we use the word body, mind, and spirit, more correct way to talk about is the body, our program system, and the soul, or our, what we can call as the part that we say never dies, that part. So the correct understanding, the word that is used in yoga is, for what we call as the programmed entity, the best English word is consciousness. And in the yogic and the Vedic terms, the term used is chitta. So the body, and then there is the chitta, and there is the soul or the Atma. Now, from a therapy angle and traditional medicine angle, we usually say there is the body, which is, we say, the gross body, and then the subtle body or the vibration, and then we talk about the Karana Sharira or the causal body. Now, the causal body is the body that combines both the consciousness and the soul together. Whereas if we are, so in different, when it comes to different applications, it is said slightly differently. So let's go into the specifics of the mind as it stands. Okay. So the Yoga Sutra says that whatever is our Atma or soul is untouched by anything, but then that when it comes into this body, the first creation is because of the will of God to become to create everything, and as part of creation we are all born in order to play an act. In that first birth, when we come in, we don't have real awareness of who we are, that we are that kind of cosmic spirit and all of that. We don't have that full awareness. We think we are the body. That is the normal awareness. When a child is born, they are only aware of the body, and then of course slowly as the child grows, a child becomes aware of the mind, and then slowly it grows into a thinking person. So in the first birth, the awareness of who we are is not there, and that is called avidya, lack of understanding about the true nature of existence. Then along with that, there is the role of the mind. And what is the role of the mind? To categorize everything as good and bad, or desirable and undesirable, likes and dislike. So that in yoga is called raga dvesha. Whereas in the case of the Vedantic philosophy, it is called the manas. Manas is the mind. So the role of the mind is, manas is raga dvesha, and it is divided into two parts in yoga philosophy. Then the next element that is there is what in Vedanta is called ego. And in yoga, the ego is split into two sides. One is me as the experiencer, and the other me as the doer. So me as the experiencer is called asmita. Asmi in Sanskrit means I exist, right? Aham asmi. So I exist. Asmita is the sense of me, the experiencer. Me as an existence, I experience. Then the other side is the me, the doer, is called abhinivesha. Me, the person who acts, who does. So these are the five what you would call as the root programmed entities with which we come, lack of understanding of who we really are in the cosmic sense, attractions and aversions, which is the role of the mind, and then the me as the experiencer and me as the doer. So these are the 5 things with which we come. So now you can understand where the role of the mind is. The mind is one component that categorizes everything as good and bad or attractive and unattractive, whatever, within the scheme of our programmed entity. And the programmed entity is called the chitta or the consciousness. So now, having described the role of the mind, now this entire consciousness, which includes the mind, once they come into this body, they function. It is the programmed entity that comes into this body, then in which case it works through the nadis. So how we understand it is, the Atma Chakra, which is at the sternum towards the front of the body, and along the front of the body is what is also known as the Atma Nadi. From the Atma, the Atma is nothing but a transmitter. So from that transmitter, actually transmitter receiver. So the transmitter receiver is able to bring down the consciousness within the programmed entity, and the programmed entity is said to stay in the middle of the head along the Sushumna Nadi. Now, the programmed entity is going to work whatever is the purpose of the life, whereas what happens is, in its functioning, it needs the help of 3 important nadis. The Sushumna Nadi, which is in the middle, is the nadi that is functioning with the aid of 2 forces, 2 other nadis. The Ida Nadi, which is the inner program within, and the Pingala Nadi is what it perceives from outside. Any program will activate based upon what stimulations come from outside. Both of them integrated together is the expression that comes at every moment, how the program plays out. That is the role of the Sushumna Nadi. Now, along the spine, you have the brain and the spine control the energy generation in the body. What is the energy generation in the body? None of our program can function if the body is not alive. And the body will not be alive if there is not energy flowing through for all the organs to function. And this is controlled by the brain and the spine. And this is what is called the central nervous system from a medical perspective. And so, how does that produce energy? Okay. Essentially, the brain is controlling your breath rate and your heart rate, and through the breathing and the pumping of the heart, on a moment-by-moment basis, the brain is controlling the distribution of the blood flow in the body. So wherever, and what does blood flow to various parts of the body mean? We are a bundle of trillions of cells. Every cell produces energy. How does it produce energy? It takes the sugar as well as the oxygen from the blood, and the mitochondria that is sitting in each cell produces the energy through a process called, it is called cellular respiration. But what it produces is what is called ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which actually breaks down into diphosphate, monophosphate, and then heat comes out. So heat is the energy that is created in the body. If that heat is not there, the organs in the body will not function. And the brain basically governs how much of the blood will flow to which part of the body, so that it decides which part of the body will have more energy. If it has more energy, whichever part, that is the part of the body that will be able to function better. If there is no energy, that part will collapse. And if there is no energy there for a long time, it will die. So we have the Sushumna Nadi is trying to activate the program, but it cannot activate unless it gets energy, which is controlled by the spine, the central nervous system, brain and the spine. The third Nadi, which is the important Nadi, is we function as cosmic beings at every moment. When we are relaxed and open, we are open to our cosmic suggestions that come to us. Whereas when you're relaxed and open means what? You don't have the sense as me as the doer. You have the sense of just being an observer, then everything comes. That is the imperceptive intuition. When I say imperceptive, you're not actively thinking you're experiencing intuition, but you do get the sense within that I should do this, I should not do this, or whatever. So that cosmic connection, all the time we are connected in order to fulfill the purpose of our role, except of course when we are stressed. When we are stressed, we think I am the doer. Then the cosmic connection breaks off. Then our body becomes tight and we become stressed. So when we let go, we de-stress, which means the connectivity is also established, and then the cosmic guidance puts us into our right purpose of our cosmic flow, what we have to do in life, right? So these three important nadis, each of them, as long as the lower elements, now these are the three nadis, the Mukhya Pran Nadi along the spine, the Sushumna Nadi in the middle of the body, the Atma Nadi in the front of the body. These three have these three specialized functions. Now there are two other levels of nadis below this. Now the Sushumna Nadi has the 7 chakras. Actually the 5 lower chakras are the ones which connects to various organ systems in the body. So in the functioning of that, the Sushumna Nadi, out of the chakras come 2 levels of Nadi, one that goes into the earth element of the body, or what we call the musculoskeletal system, the other into the fluids of the body. And so there is how the physical body's functioning is happening. Now when the physical body's functioning is at a peaceful level, then in which case the role of these 3 higher nadis along the spine, along the middle of the body and the front of the body, each of them have their own way to balance themselves and open up. So the one for the spine, we use the word, the sound Haim. Haim is actually coming from actually the real word is Aim. Aim is what controls the spine, the central nervous system. But when we use the word Haim, it actually connects with the thoracic part, that is the chest part of the spine is where it connects. So when we use Haim, then in which case it is actually using the energy from our chest area, but at the same time the Aim is the trigger for the whole spine. So we use Haim to balance our energy coming along the spine nadi, that is the Mukhya Pran Nadi. The Im is the vibration of the Sushumna Nadi when it is in balance. And so that balances again, that triggers and stimulates the Sushumna Nadi Im. And then Om is the vibration of the Atma Nadi. So when we do Haim Im Om, it essentially works with these 3 nadis to enable a higher level of meditation. Now, this question about this Om as A, U, M kind of thing, that is widely discussed in the Upanishads. But the part is basically, if you do A, U, M, you will not be able to get the meditative effect. Okay? So the thing is, you see, there is one yoga school that does the A, U, Ma, and they break it as A, U, Ma, like that, they go like that. Now, that may work in a lower way to work through, but the A, U, Ma is more what I call symbolic and not from the perspective of practice element. If you go anywhere as part of any ritual, those of you who do Gayatri Mantra, you begin with Om Bhurbhuvasva Om Tatsavitur Varenyam. You don't say Auma Tatsavitur Varenyam. That's not how you say it, right? So
Every
the
time
thing
it's
is,
Om.
so the
Every time we spoke
Auma,
Om.
the Auma has no relevance for any practice. Okay? So the thing is, so that gives you, covers the two questions about the role of the mind and how the Om versus what we do for this thing. But now, Om is very special in the sense that the Om is what, when there is a high degree of purity in all the nadis, Om is the one that will connect you very easily and take you to the highest level of awareness. It's said that Om will take you into God. And this is, of course, explained in the Chandogya Upanishad, the first chapter, first section. So now, let's come back to this question of Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga that Gulshan Singh asked, right? Are you still here?
I'm here.
Oh, you are here. Oh. So with respect to Ashtanga Yoga, while yoga is all about learning to be a pure observer and that process purifying the nadis, for people in general to be a pure observer is very difficult. Because the mind, and for you, you're all slightly different in the sense, most of you here are senior citizens. You have gone through the ringer of life and you have come to the point where for nothing in the life is that, you have kind of become insulated against all the highs and lows of life and the reactivity. You're not as reactive as younger folks, right? So, but the thing is, if you normally look at younger folks, they're all busy with their lives. They are very impatient. They have no, for such people to be a pure observer and calm is a lot more difficult because they are in the doer mode. And so what happens is, while the principle of yoga is to be a pure observer, in the second chapter of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, Patanjali discusses that given these 5 programs that are working within us, that is the 5 programs that I explained is unawareness of who we really are, the sense of attractions and aversions, which is the source of the mind. So that is 3. 4 and 5 is the 2 aspects of the ego, me the experiencer and me the doer. Since all these 5 are working on you, what is going to happen is you will never be able to fully calm yourself down and be a pure observer. So Patanjali explains the best way to begin this process is first by learning to live a life where you're true to your conscience. Don't do anything that you will regret. Okay? So the Patanjali, the word used for that is yam. Yam or yama, and most of you understand Hindi, when you tell a person, Sanyam se kaam lo, right? Means do it in a well-considered way, whatever you do, right? So the concept of well-considered, Sanyam in Sanskrit, it becomes samyama, with complete yam. When you do it with complete yam, with full well-considered, then in which case, what does it really mean? Patanjali Muni in the Yoga Sutra goes into detail in order to give an example or to explain to people at that time. But the net impact of it is, and he will say, you should not speak, you should always be truthful, you should not steal, you should not seek other people's property, you should have the curiosity to know, and these kind of things, Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya, and what is that? Brahmacharya. So Aparigraha, all of these are the 5 yamas, as Patanjali will say. But the net impact of it is, be true to your soul, don't do anything for which you will regret, right? So that is the concept of the yam, working life with yam. So living a life without conflicts and without regrets in the mind is the first step. When you're in that stage where you're living your life without any conflict, without regrets, that prepares you, the mind, to become a little calmer and in control. So the second of the Ashtanga Yoga is called Niyama. Niyama is essentially being rule-based or being regular in your living. And of course, how do you become regular in your living? Okay, Patanjali again explains 5 of them. That is, he will say Saucha Santosha, and then Tapas, Swadhyaya, and Ishvara Pranidhana. These are the 5 niyamas. But the net result of it is, what is it? The most important of that over there is Ishvara Pranidhana, is letting go. In the sense, you should have, if you have faith in God, you deal a regulated life, you live a regulated life for the sake of God, right? So in other words, the key part is having contentment with whatever you have and being clean in everything you do. Of course, in the Yoga Sutra, Shaucha refers to internal cleanliness, but then of course that also means internal cleanliness means you will keep a very regulated life in all aspects of it. And of course, the concept of tapas means purification. Swadhyaya is seeking to know, and Ishvara Pranidhana is surrender to God. So leading a life that is regulated and waking up about the same time, sleeping about the same time. And what does it do? It makes your circadian rhythm, your biorhythm becomes in sync with a certain flow, and you will be, this prepares you for higher awareness within yourself. A person who is working in shifts, where one week the person is doing day shift, another week they are doing night shift, this person will never be able to feel internal awareness in a meditative, go into higher meditation. They will never be able to do that. That is the real concept of the niyama. So yama, niyama are the first 2 of the Ashtanga Yoga. And then the next 5 are practice are additional practice elements. Asana refers to the alignment of the body. So that is where the most important element of the asana element is the spinal alignment. Then of course there are other elements to it too, like pelvic flexibility, joint mobility, all of these come along, muscular strength, and all of this come along there. But then after that, the next element after asana, the 4th aspect of the 8-fold or Ashtanga Yoga, is pranayama. Pranayama is what enables you to regulate your vitality within your body. You can understand why we pay so much attention to pranayama. It is literally the Mukhya Pranadi, the central nervous system, that is basically ensuring the right level of energy available for everything. Without that, you cannot even experience. If the energy is not right, your transmitter will not connect. You cannot experience whatever you feel in your meditation. Then comes the Pratyahara. The Pratyahara, as the 5th one, refers to internal awareness. There are 2 sutras in Pratyahara. Typically, people only read the first sutra. The first sutra is about drawing your senses within, and the second sutra is that having drawn your senses within, you have complete control of them. In other words, you're able to experience your vibrations within yourself. So when you draw yourself within and you're able to experience the vibrations within yourself and control them, that is the role of Pratyahara. So in a kind of a casual sense, to explain this, we say it in many ways, but the key part is the inner awareness that gives you control of your inner systems. So the casual way in which we say is that once you can experience yourself by the pure direction of your mind, you can make one hand hot and the other hand cold by internally directing the blood flow to each hand. That is the kind of this thing. And of course, Swami Rama actually demonstrated that the two main nerves, the ulnar nerve and the radial nerve in the hand, the 2 points, he could actually move energy one way or the other, whereby one would be cold and the other would be hot in the same hand. So those go into deeper levels of the demonstrative aspects of Pratyahara. But the real part is the inner awareness where you can control the vibrations within. So once that inner awareness comes, and all of you have experienced it, by the time we do a few rounds of Bhastrika, you can feel the silence within and you can feel the inner awareness within. That is what leads you to Pratyahara. And then the sixth zone, sixth of the Ashtanga Yoga is Dharana. Dharana is simply focus, for one pointed focus of the mind. And then the next one is Dhyana. Dhyana literally means going beyond the mind or going beyond the dhi, going beyond the intellect. In other words, there is no more analysis, nothing over there. So in other words, when everything becomes blank, where the mind is not working, nothing is working, everything is gone, you're like zoned out, that is the state of Dhyana. And out of that state comes the last one, which is the state of Samadhi, which is the 8th of the Ashtanga Yoga. Samadhi, by its definition, evokes intuitive awareness. So in other words, in Samadhi, whatever questions you may have had in your point of dharana, the questions will get answered. So when with dharana, dhyana, samadhi, when you have appointed questions in which you are meditating and your answer comes in samadhi, samadhi literally being a higher level of the cosmic connection that happens. Of course, when we go through the Yoga Sutras, we will go through many of this in lot more detail over there, but that is some summary of these Ashtanga Yoga. So with that, we will end over here. So namaste, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.